Ladies and gentlemen, my name is BrendenPlayz. This is WWE 2k20 Universe Mode, and we are officially on the road to Wrestlemania. This is the post-Royal Rumble edition of Monday Night Raw, and tonight we will see a big main event. The newest member of Monday Night Raw, AJ Styles, will compete against Intercontinental Champion Robert Roode. That is going to be our main event tonight. That's a big one. All that plus much more here in this episode. Alrighty, before we get there, our opening contest will be Insurgents. Elias and Kevin Owens team up to take on Ziggler and Corbin. Matt Hardy will go one-on-one against Sheamus. Kane, one half of the tag team champions, has a match against Alexander Wolf. We'll also see Alexa Bliss up against Becky Lynch, and the Raw Women's Championship will be on the line. Lynch is the champion. Will she be able to defend it against Alexa Bliss? We'll see Eric Young and Mojo Rawley teaming up to try and take on one of the fastest rising teams, Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor. And of course our main event, Roode versus Styles. That is going to be one you do not want to miss. That's going to be our big main event here for the episode. So to kick it off, Elias and Kevin Owens, Insurgents pick up the win. Sheamus gets a big win over Matt Hardy. And Kane defeats Alexander Wolf. Well, the Raw Women's Championship is on the line as Alexa Bliss, former champion, looking to get her chance here tonight to capture the championship once again. We have seen, of course, Bayley win the Women's Royal Rumble match. We don't know which brand Bayley will go to. She's currently on Monday Night Raw. Will she stay here on Raw or look to move on back to SmackDown, where, of course, she was a part of that brand beforehand and was unsuccessful in capturing the Women's Championship there. Alexa Bliss has been champion before. She knows what it takes to be at the top. But right now, she's got a big task ahead of her. She's up against Becky Lynch, the current Raw Women's Champion, who's been on a roll, but we haven't seen all that much of as of late. She's, well, not been in the mix all that much as we await her next challenger. Who's going to be the next woman to take her on? We'll be looking to find out who the top contenders are for the championship. And Becky Lynch has been waiting on the sidelines a little bit as we try and find that out. Alexa Bliss will get her chance tonight. It could be Bayley and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. We'll have to wait and find out. But of course, Becky Lynch has to get through tonight to even think about WrestleMania. Our next pay-per-view will be the Elimination Chamber. We might see a Women's Elimination Chamber match. We'll have to wait and see as Becky Lynch chasing her 50th win here in Universe Mode tonight. What a way to bring it up, defending your Women's Championship to get the half century. Becky Lynch, I'm sure, would love to be able to accomplish that here in this one. Must-win match for Lynch. Alexa Bliss with nothing to lose but everything to gain. The Women's Championship is on the line. Bliss versus Lynch. Let's get it on. As a good start there by Alexa Bliss with the right hand. And now the Hurricane Rana. Well, that's the way you want to start a match for sure, is get your first bit of offense in on your opponent, especially in a championship scenario. You want to make sure you impose your will early on, and right now Becky Lynch is trying to shut that down as quickly as she possibly can. Well, this is a very important match, as we said, for Becky Lynch, because, you know, a moment ago we mentioned the fact that she's been on the sidelines. There hasn't been a top-tier opponent waiting for Becky Lynch, looking to challenge Lynch, as right now she puts her body weight on the back of Alexa Bliss's head. So this is a match, I feel, for Becky Lynch just to get another really important rep in, but also remind everybody how good she is. You know, all the focus has been on the contenders. It's been on the women coming through the ranks rather than the champion. So this is a match to remind all those contenders that, hey, I am the champion, and I'm the champion for a reason. So this is a crucial match here tonight for Lynch. Of course, obviously the championship is on the line as well, as Lynch working away on the arm right now, trying to make Bliss tap out potentially, trying to set up for that disarm her perhaps later on in this contest, as Bliss will roll to the outside of the ring. Good decision. As both women for a standing dropkick. No, neither able to connect, and they'll look to try and reset here as Lynch gets Bliss towards the barricade. Becky Lynch pretty happy about her work right now. Of course, in the Women's Royal Rumble match, we saw Ronda Rousey appear. She was the final woman in the match, and I certainly thought when she entered in, it was a game changer. I thought she was going to go on and get it done, but not to be. Rousey instead, unable to capture that huge win that would have, well, propelled her all the way to WrestleMania. Been a lot of chat about Ronda Rousey and where she's at right now in her career. But Rousey clearly still has interest in trying to be champion here in Universe Mode. Still wants to be at the top of her game, wants to prove herself against the very best in the women's division. Just hasn't been able to do it yet, so we'll have to wait and see where her future is. Of course, we saw Lita in the Women's Royal Rumble as well. She had a very impressive showing, a number of eliminations there. And I think probably the disappointment of the Royal Rumble was Ember Moon, one of SmackDown's highest ranked women over there. Well, she was very, very disappointing, unable to really get much happening there, and unfortunately for Ember, it was a quick elimination for her. So something that I'm sure she'll be looking to bounce back on here in the near future over on SmackDown. Lynch right now. Oh, with the jawbreaker by Bliss. Lynch in a bit of trouble. And the man, Becky Lynch, looking to test herself tonight. Will she bite off a little bit more than she can chew? The women's title on the line. Alexa Bliss, look out. She's in a bit of trouble with the Bexploiter there by Becky Lynch. Hooks the leg. Quickly to the cover. Could be all, but a quick kick out. Alexa Bliss still has enough in the tank to kick out and keep this match going. Becky Lynch still needs to prove herself here. Shot to the midsection. Becky Lynch wraps her up and drills her right into the canvas. That's got to be all, surely. After the exploiter. No, the shoulder is up and Lynch can't get it done just yet. Well, she followed up the exploding suplex with a beautiful maneuver that could have been all, but Becky Lynch could not get the 3, only gets the 2. Now cat and mouse between both women as Alexa Bliss trying to hold position here. But Becky Lynch has the ring and drives Alexa Bliss to the corner. And now Becky using the ropes and just storms Alexa Bliss out of the ring with that drop kick. And now, oh, nice reversal! Went for the spear, but Becky Lynch hit the DDT instead. And now into the steel steps. Alexa Bliss with a huge counter there. That was, well, everything right there, because Alexa Bliss was, I feel, on the verge of losing this one. Just barely stays in this match, and now the running bulldog to follow it up. Well, Bliss, she was certainly on her last legs, but maybe some more sign of life. A small chance to recover from any fatigue. Now back on the offense, putting the pressure back on her opponent, rakes the eyes. And now Lynch into the barricade. Count of 8. Broken up now by Becky. Alexa happy to go back outside the ring. Realized that Becky didn't really want to. Now Becky wants to. Now both women very keen. And Alexa Bliss, I feel as though just trying to get away from Becky Lynch right now. Knowing that, Becky Lynch every time, Alexa Bliss has played fair game. Becky Lynch has got the better of her. Alexa Bliss is having to use the outside environment to her advantage and even raking the eye. Now into the ring post again. Alexa Bliss doing whatever it takes right now to win this one. Becky, again into the post. This is dangerous for Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss gaining a lot of momentum. I wouldn't blame Becky if she takes a count out here. A couple times she's been to that ring post. She's holding her head a little bit. She's feeling the pain, but she's a fighting champion. She doesn't want to give it up. She wants to make sure she wins it in the middle of the ring, and gotta respect that. Alexa Bliss front face lock. And now a right hand there by Lynch again. Both women happy to work around the ring, rather in the ring, and it's obviously a very high risk scenario, because if it pays off, it's going to work well, because every time you throw your opponent in the environment around you, it's going to hurt a lot more. But if you get put into it, it's danger signs. As Becky Lynch now wraps up Alexa Bliss. Look at this from Becky Lynch. Slams her back down. And the crowd realizing that Becky Lynch could be on the verge of winning this and retaining the championship. Bliss has that boot. Oh, she can't block that one. And Becky Lynch with a drop kick. Not sure if she got all of it. Nonetheless, Alexa Bliss in big strife. Becky Lynch lining her up at Bliss. Huge counter there. Perhaps a match saver. And now the double knees. Flips back through with the knees again. Nice combination there by Alexa Bliss. Now hooking the leg. Could be all here for Becky Lynch. Becky's got to get that shoulder up, and she does. Well, Becky Lynch had momentum. She had control, but is it about to slip away? Alexa Bliss off top. Can she find it? Twisted Bliss! Got it? No, did she? I'm not sure. Becky back to her feet. I think Bliss got a little bit of it, but not enough to keep Becky down for 3, or if down at all. Yeah, Becky doesn't seem to be too fazed by it, so Alexa Bliss, the Twisted Bliss not working to her favor. Look out! Disarmer locked in! The submission is locked in the center of the ring. Nowhere for Bliss to go. She needs to try and escape. And Bliss able to slip her arm back through and survive. Desperation clothesline. Pressure back on Lynch again. And another kick out. Alexa Bliss will be feeling the effects, so that arm will be hurting. It'll be aching. She might not be able to lift her opponent up too well. She can execute a DDT just fine though. Scurries into the cover. Hooks that leg. No! Oh, she nearly had the title right there. So close to 3. 2 3/4 right there. That could have easily been 3. And we could have easily had ourselves a new champion. Alexa Bliss not giving it up. Fighting with everything she's got right now. And Becky Lynch trying to just survive. It's been all Bliss for the last couple of minutes. Becky Lynch had the disarmer, almost winning it. And instead Bliss has returned the favor. And how was that not 3? Lynch got the shoulder up just as the referee is about to slap the canvas, I feel. That is as close as you will get to not a 3 count. Bliss lining up Lynch. Is this the end? Is this the end of the reign for Becky Lynch? DDT! New champion! No, a kick out at 2! Becky just gets up, and now Lynch, couple of clotheslines, drop kick. Lynch is trying to get herself back into this one. Hooks that leg. Will it be enough for 3? Not quite, but it is enough to keep the offense of Alexa Bliss shut down for a moment. Becky in big trouble. Finds her right hand. Shot to the midsection. Wraps up Alexa Bliss in a modified Uranagi. And that may be it. Bliss in trouble. Lynch just manages to survive. Wow. Becky Lynch barely escapes that one and has just found the win. Alexa Bliss gave it everything she had, and I tell you what, she nearly won this. I don't think Becky Lynch could have kicked out any later in a few of those occasions. Otherwise, that would have been all. Twisted Bliss, I feel as though if she had got all of it earlier on, we would have had ourselves a new champion. Becky Lynch having to bring out some different maneuvers tonight to try and capture this win and secure that championship. We don't know where Bayley's going to go, if it will be Becky Lynch, but what we do know is Becky Lynch will be champion for the foreseeable future. Well, our next matchup, ladies and gentlemen, will feature Eric Young and Mojo Rawley in tag team action. These two men are starting to really show us what they're capable of doing here. And I feel as though they're not too far away from making a bit of a splash here in the tag team division. Not a bad team, these two men, but still plenty to prove, plenty to do if they are going to make some big waves in the tag team championship scene. They're up against a team that I truly feel as though will be a force to be reckoned with. A team that definitely has all the tools, all the capabilities of being a 5-star tag team here in this division. We've seen some glimpses, we've seen some signs. The cohesion is building between this man, Finn Balor, a former WWE champion, and his new tag team partner, Shinsuke Nakamura. So much to like about this duo. And I've got a lot of confidence in these two that they're going to be able to go on and really achieve big things as a team. And so far, so good as a duo. They've been very impressive, but still plenty of work to be done. Still a few questions to be answered. Is the chemistry there? Is the friendship there? Do these two have mutual respect for one another? At the moment, they've had 4 matches as a team, 3 wins to their name. Always interesting to note when a team does not come to the ring together. Is that a sign that perhaps these two men are more individuals teaming together rather than a cohesive tag team? You know, we saw with Rawley and Young, they came together to the ring. They came to the ring together, I should say, and that's a good sign. You know, as a tag team, you want to come to the ring together. You want to really show everyone that you are a genuine team. Well, Nakamura and Finn Balor going their separate ways a little bit here. Both men, tremendous records here in Universe Mode. Both men, many wins, championship victories to their name. They've done what they need to do as a singles to prove to everybody that they are the real deal. So, when things aren't really going their way as a singles, both men have decided to come together, try at something different, go in a different direction, and form a tag team. And so far, what we've seen from this team has been good. We simply just need to see more of it and on a bigger scale. This match is on the way. Eric Young and Finn Balor to start things off here. Eric Young, of course, was once upon a time a part of Sanity. Mojo Rawley, once upon a time, of course, a part of the Hype Bros. So both men have had their fair share of experiences in a team, but obviously not too much together. But good opportunity for both of them to gain a bit of experience against one team I feel as though has real potential to potentially challenge the Brothers of Destruction. Yes, that's right, the Brothers of Destruction. Still the Raw Tag Team Champions coming off the Royal Rumble and heading into WrestleMania season. Well, that could be a big clash indeed. And we know the tag team of Kevin Owens and Elias, part of Insurgents, they are really starting to make their surge, no pun intended, towards the tag team championships as well. And of course the Revival, they were the former tag team champions, just recently losing to the Brothers of Destruction. Can never count them out. So I feel as though there's three really strong tag teams right now, and plenty of others in around the mix as well. Let's not be mistaken about that. But they're probably the three teams I've got my eye on at the moment that could potentially rival the Brothers of Destruction and take those championships from them. We know Insurgents, they've been a little bit shaky as of late, but no doubt that there is something about Kevin Owens and Elias together as a team that I like. It's really brewing as a team there. Insurgents, you know, with Randy Orton recently leaving the group, it's kind of left a bit of a gaping hole in the group. But, you know, I feel as though they're trying to get themselves back on the right track, and perhaps winning Tag Team Gold may be the way to go about it. Of course, their Intercontinental Champion Robert Roode successfully defended his championship against Buddy Murphy at the Royal Rumble, but certainly showcased that Murphy was a real force to be reckoned with, a big threat for the future. Perhaps not just yet, but someone to keep an eye on long term as Finn Balor tags out, Nakamura is in, and a drop kick to Mojo. Mojo Rawley, he's a big man, football background, so you know he's legit, you know he's a great athlete. Hasn't really showcased his true talents yet. Not a great record here in Universe Mode, but you know, it's a fresh start. Eric Young getting a few reps in over there as well. He's trying to keep himself fresh, ready to go. And Eric Young, as I said, with Sanity, he had some moderate success. Tag Team Champion down at NXT, really showcased that, you know, he's got the tools. He's been around for a long time. He's a seasoned veteran. So Mojo Rawley, still relatively new to the scene, you would perhaps say. Teaming up with a seasoned veteran like Eric Young, I feel as though it's going to be great long-term for Rawley and his long-term growth, and what he can produce as a superstar down the track will certainly improve when he's with Eric Young. As right now, Rawley showcasing his strength, planting down Nakamura, and Shinsuke gets a tag. Another tag as Finn Balor back in, and a right hand clearing down Mojo Rawley. As Rawley, takes care of Balor there. And Finn, though, back to his feet in a drop kick. Not affected at all by Mojo Rawley. And Balor with a splash off the top. Finn Balor with a splash, landing directly down on Rawley. Trouble here for Mojo. 2 and a kick out. Close encounter there for Mojo, and the early signs of the dominance on display right now by Nakamura and Balor. I don't know what Eric Young's doing over there. He's keeping himself very fresh, but to be fair, I don't know. He might wear himself out. He's obviously very warm, ready to go, but not sure what he's got planned over there. Eric Young is now the drop kick as well by Finn Balor. Well, Young is too busy getting his reps in. Meanwhile, his tag team partner's getting beaten down in the ring by Balor. And it's Finn with a boot right to the face of Mojo. Trouble here for Mojo Rawley. Balor hooks that leg again. Could be all in a kick out. Finn Balor thought for a moment as Mojo quickly back to his feet. Balor wasting some time. Won't get caught out on it though as Balor tried it. Couldn't execute. Instead gets met there with some more strikes by Mojo. And Rawley with a jawbreaker. And Balor falls to the canvas. You can see the size difference between Mojo and Finn Balor. Quite clearly evident there, but Balor, the longest reigning WWE champion in Universe Mode history. He's main evented the big shows. He's been a Royal Rumble winner. And he's been outstanding as Mojo lining up Balor now. This is trouble here. Mojo Rawley, big right hand. Clubbing the side of Finn Balor's skull. And that could be it for Finn. 2 and a kick out. Mojo giving everything he had behind that right hand. Spinning around, building momentum. Clubbing him right in the side of the face. Breaking a jaw perhaps in the process. If he clipped some of it, definitely would have been in trouble, Finn. With a cheekbone, I'm not sure exactly where he got him, but Finn Balor is hurt, he's rocked, and now he's in big trouble. Mojo trying to slow it down a little bit here. Eric Young really little to no use at the moment. Eric, he's got to get himself into position for a tag. Mojo seems to be on his own at the moment. Drop kick there by Finn, who realizes the sense of urgency to get out of there. And that is, of course, the beauty of being a tag team. Someone like Finn Balor and Nakamura, both these men, so much single success, you can quite often forget that you've got a partner in the corner you can rely on and you can turn to. And that's what Finn Balor is utilizing now, as Shinsuke Nakamura in a real predicament here. He's got Mojo Rawley fatigued. He's got Rawley in a bit of danger of potentially losing this one. Eric Young not in the picture at the moment. And Nakamura realizing he may have this match right where he wants it, and a real chance to put him away. Rawley is down. Nakamura hooks that leg. Eric Young, there he is! Eric Young decides to make an appearance. Hallelujah! Eric Young back here and may want to tag. No, he wants more reps. Never mind. As Nakamura back in the corner. I tell you what, Eric Young will be the fittest man in Universe Mode after tonight. He has had one hell of a workout. And he'll be in great shape, ready to go for his next match, because I don't think he's going to be much of a factor for this one. Rawley's trying to hang in there, trying to do it all on his own. Nakamura, combination strikes there, takes down Rawley. And Nakamura thinks about a tag. I don't know if Finn Balor wants a tag at the moment. I don't think so. Nakamura and Balor communicating in the corner there, and Finn Balor clearly telling Nakamura, hey, I don't want in. As now the Kinshasa! Boom! Right to the jaw. Gotta be all. 2. Got it. Eric Young, too slow. Wore himself down doing all those repetitions. And instead, he was too slow when it mattered to break up the pinfall. Shinsuke Nakamura with the Kinshasa. And Finn Balor also picking up the win. This tag team of Balor and Nakamura is on the rise. I think it's settled right now. All we need is a tag team name. Do you guys have a suggestion for a name for Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura? If you do, send me a tweet at BrendenPlayz, or of course comment down below your suggestion. Well, I'll tell you what, I like this team. It's on the rise, and this is the greatest time of the year where you want to be succeeding. You want to be picking up the wins. It's Wrestlemania season. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, big win tonight. What does this mean for their future? It is time for our main event on this edition of Monday Night Raw post-Royal Rumble. As Robert Roode, we mentioned him a moment ago, he is the Intercontinental Champion. Still, after a Royal Rumble victory, the glorious one, Robert Roode, on his way to the ring, a member of Insurgents. The only member of Insurgents right now with championship gold. That makes him as valuable as ever. Not only that, he's got one of the best records going around here in Universe Mode. Take a look at that. 40 wins to his name, 73% win-loss ratio. I mean, I tell you what, there is not many men that can claim that they've got a better record than that in the history of Universe Mode. Not many men that can claim that they are one of the better champions of all time. A tremendous NXT Championship reign that he had. Now as Intercontinental Champion, he's gone through John Cena as, well, probably his biggest rival so far. And he's really starting to, well, path his own way to, well, being glorious. Let's be real. He has been tremendous. But the man he's going to face tonight, he's back on Raw. AJ Styles is officially a part of Monday Night Raw once again. A man that's got 50 wins, 61% win-loss. He has been absolutely outstanding until the Royal Rumble. Triple threat match. Rollins, Reigns, Styles. The loser of that match was going to be sent packing to Raw. And it was AJ Styles. Back here on the red brand. Back where it all pretty much started for AJ Styles. His rise to the top came from Monday Night Raw. But of course, all of the major success that he had was over on SmackDown. So can Styles deliver the greatness to the red brand again? Good start there by Roode with the clothesline. These two men, plenty of history with one another. They know each other so well. Many battles over the years, and now they do it again, this time on Monday Night Raw. Robert Roode, one of the integral parts of Insurgents, the group that's been running roughshod on Raw for months now. AJ Styles, well, had a year-long rivalry with Roman Reigns, and, well, probably half a year rivalry with Seth Rollins as well. And now Styles has to walk away from that and come over here to Monday Night Raw. As Styles with the kick right there to the back of Roode's head. Yeah, this is certainly a very interesting time for AJ as he's up with the top rope here. Styles! Oh no, couldn't quite connect there with a corkscrew leg drop. As Styles instead missing, Roode gets out of the way. And now against the ropes, Robert Roode with a beautiful backbreaker there. That's what I want to see from Robert Roode. Really kind of ground and pound and brawl away and hit you hard with every single shot. That's when Roode's at his best, and he's looking pretty good so far tonight. But tonight will be a very tough encounter. These two men will battle it away, and Styles, well, let's be real, if a win tonight could certainly propel him straight into the discussions for an Intercontinental Championship opportunity, which would be massive for AJ. It would be huge for his confidence going forward. Right now, the current Universal Champion here on Monday Night Raw is Braun Strowman, who successfully defended at the Royal Rumble against Triple H. So the search is on. Who's going to be the next man to face Braun? We know the leader of Insurgents, Samoa Joe, has already had his opportunities. Couldn't quite do it when he did. So now, we really don't know who's the next man in line. You know, AJ Styles could be that one. Robert Roode would be a tremendous opponent. We know our next pay-per-view will be the Elimination Chamber, as a kick out quickly there by Roode. Yeah, well, the Elimination Chamber will be our next big-time pay-per-view for you. So that'll be certainly interesting to see what happens there. Will there be an Elimination Chamber for Raw? Will there be one for SmackDown? We don't know. What it does depend on is Sami Zayn. Where's he going to go? Of course, he won the Men's Royal Rumble. A huge, shocking, upset victory. Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn, the final two men in the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn pulled off the unbelievable win. And Zayn now has the opportunity to go over back to Raw or stay on SmackDown. Roman Reigns is currently the WWE Champion over on SmackDown. Braun Strowman, the Universal Champion here on Raw. Tough choice either way for Sami Zayn, let's be real. But what it could potentially do is set up an Elimination Chamber match. Either a champion has to defend or a number one contender could be crowned. And there might even be multiple chamber matches. We don't know yet, but certainly a lot of men will be in the mix coming up with the Elimination Chamber, so certainly a lot to look forward to coming up here in Universe Mode as Styles hooks that leg now. Could be all here. And a kick out. AJ Styles just kind of getting his bearings a little bit here. Big match here on Monday Night Raw. It's been a long time since he's been here. Unfamiliar territory. But the main event certainly something he has not shied away from. He has had so much success over the past year here in Universe Mode. He's been WWE Champion before on a couple of occasions now. As we said, a year-long rivalry with Roman Reigns. The club had a big rivalry with the Shield along the way. Styles eventually got his revenge on Reigns, but in the end, it was Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank when Reigns would get that championship back and cause a lot of chaos there. So Roman Reigns, definitely a man to keep your eye on, and he'll definitely cause him a lot of issues once again on SmackDown. But for now, we focus on Monday Night Raw. Robert Roode, part of Insurgents, as we said, a team that I think is going to go for the tag team titles, but I think they've got to try and figure out what's the plan for the Universal Championship. There's no way they're going to want to let Braun Strowman hold that title for any longer than they can obviously afford to. And they're going to want someone to step up, but I feel as though that man right now could be Robert Roode. Be a dual champion. It'd be something that rarely happens here in Universe Mo. A man that can win 2 championships. It's an anomaly. But Robert Roode could do it. I certainly believe he's got the talent to be the Universal Champion. As Styles now down on the shoulders and a quick kick out. Well, of course, he's got Samoa Joe backing him, as well as Elias and Kevin Owens. It's a hell of a group. Even with Randy Orton leaving and going to SmackDown, the group still feels very strong. Very, very strong. They just have to, well, I think, find their mojo again. Get themselves back in the groove. And that's one way to do it. Big time spine buster. Moves like that will put anyone down for the count, as Roode could do it here. Styles will kick out at 2, though. This is close. Robert Roode, I think, is in control early on. Going for the glorious DDT. He got it! Roode gets it! Roode with the upset! No, the shoulder just gets up. And Styles stays in this match. Just. And now, Roode, where is he going? He's heading to the top. This is not where he's really strongest. Connects with the knee drop, though. Oh, he's going to double dip here. You never want to double dip, Roode, but this time it works. Splashes down on Styles, trying something a little bit different. And did not quite work out. He wanted to take a risk, and it paid off, but no 3 count. But Styles is hurting, though. That's the big thing. Big backbreaker again. And this is a good position for Robert Roode. And Styles, oh, there's a counter. Styles takes his opponent off the mat, and now, oh no, here we go. Styles clash, got it. Styles has got his man. No, Roode with a kick out. Wow, Robert Roode kicking out of the Styles clash, and to be fair, Styles had no offense leading into that. He was on the defense for the last few minutes. He was hurting. Desperation Styles clash. Perhaps didn't get everything he had. It looked like a good cover, though. I think Roode just powered out. I think Roode good enough to kick out. And that's why he's the champion right now. Tough as nails, Robert Roode. Styles in the corner. He's hurting. Roode, coming off a Styles clash, still seems to be in a better predicament right now. And Roode from behind, missing. Elbow there by AJ. And Styles, oh, what a clothesline. He put everything behind that clothesline. Now drags him towards the center of the ring. Hooks that leg, maybe in here for Robert. Another kick out at 2 again. Close encounter here. You can tell both these men want this win so badly. Insurgents to let everyone know how great they are, and they're back on top as a full Nelson slam. Big time move. That may be it. Styles down. And a late kick out again. Tell you what, these two men are just giving everything they've got. They're throwing big move after big move at one another, but neither man is giving in. They both want this win. AJ now finds a DDT, spiking Robert Roode, and Roode back to his feet, and oh, leaps up with a cutter. There you go. Interesting there from Robert Roode. Trying to accelerate a little bit, show his agility, and quicken the pace a touch. Roode, he's just methodical. He'll just beat you down. He'll just slowly pick you apart piece by piece. Oh, and there's a spear. Roode has AJ down, but Styles still has enough in the tank. What does he have to do? Robert Roode, he has done everything he can offer. There's another spine buster. That may be what he needs. Maybe one more glorious DDT will be it for AJ Styles. Robert Roode with the spinebuster. He's wasted some time. And AJ, well, you can just see in those kickouts, they're slow, but he's staying in it. And oh, clubbing right hand again. More of a clothesline perhaps, as AJ is down. And Roode's got to remind everyone how great he is. Styles against the ropes here. Roode missing an opportunity. Big chop though. And Roode now will wrap up his opponent, drive him down. And could be it here. No. And you can see the frustration. The frustration by Roode with a pump handle, and now he can't quite get it done. Robert Roode has him up, looking for that Roode bomb. Roode drives him down. And you can see the look on Roode's face. He just paused for a moment there. And you can just see he's frustrated. He's feeling as though that should be it. That surely should be enough. But still, he's got to fight for his life. AJ not giving in. Now AJ looking for something of his own. Finds the knee to the back of his head. Well, Roode cannot let this slip. He has had a firm lead on this match. The entire match, you feel, it's been Roode's to lose. And AJ could be on the verge of mounting a comeback. It would be a hell of a story for AJ, returning to Raw, having a classic bout with Roode, and only a way AJ could do it, and coming back from an unlikely position to win this one. It'd be huge for AJ. He's coming off a hellacious Royal Rumble. Roode, though, shrugs him off in an SDO. Wow. Shut it. He just shuts it down immediately, but AJ not giving in yet. And Roode, though, oh, inside cradle, could be it here. Referee a little slow to count. And that may have cost Roode. He just hesitated a moment, the ref. He wasn't 100% sure the shoulders were down. I think they were, though. AJ had a couple of extra seconds to kick out there, and that may have saved the day. As now Roode now lined up and driven into the leg of AJ. That knee and quad driven into Robert Roode. As now AJ lining him up for the big shot. Here comes Styles. There it is. Phenomenal forearm. An unlikely win from AJ Styles. Hooks the leg. Styles could do it. Yes, he has. AJ Styles pulls off an unlikely win. He has come back from nowhere to win this thing against Robert Roode. A hell of a bout, a hell of a battle. These two men gave everything they had, and surely you would have felt as though Roode was going to take this one. But AJ persevered. He fought with everything he had to overcome and pull off an unlikely win against one of the very best on Monday Night Raw. Styles returns to Raw the first time in over a year and a half, and he has made the most of this return with a big win in the main event of Raw, defeating the Intercontinental Champion. It was not the Styles Clash, it was actually the phenomenal forearm. He realized earlier on the Clash didn't get it done. Roode with a kick out, and he needed to try something different. He tried the phenomenal forearm, and it worked. This man has just certainly staked his claim to be one of the very best, the top contender perhaps on Raw. And speaking of top contenders, Samoa Joe, the leader of Insurgents, is out here. And Joe, what does he want with AJ Styles? These two men face to face, and oh my, they're getting right in each other's face here. Well, these two men, we know they've got some history, and Joe, attacking Styles, sweeping Styles under his feet. And Joe has seen enough. Well, all the talk and attention has been on AJ Styles tonight, and perhaps Samoa Joe is tired of that. Joe, who was the runner-up in the Royal Rumble, clearly not happy, looking to take out his frustration on somebody. And that may be AJ Styles with a big overhead kick, though, not going to be tonight. Styles clears the ring, and Joe retreats. I think this may be the start of something between these two men who clearly have a problem with one another. Joe obviously jealous of the fact Styles won tonight, and maybe the fact that the spotlight is now on somebody else other than him. Well, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay safe, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with more Universe Mode very, very soon. Big win tonight by AJ. Back with SmackDown soon.